Oh, no, I shall never forget that telegram. MacDonald and I agreed it was a model of brevity. About as concise a description of the classical symptoms of poliomyelitis as I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Brack.
Come and sit down. I want to hear everything that happened. It was a little girl, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, tragic business. Is she badly crippled?
No.
Fine. You were lucky only one case developed.
She had 6 cases.
Really? Well, but why weren't they reported?
They have all recovered, and there is no crippling.
Extraordinary.
No crippling, Brack.
I don't know another instance of epidemic that was so light.
Well, I wouldn't call it exactly light, Dr. Brack.
I don't think you've got the point yet, Doctor. I may be wrong, I'm no expert, but if I have my facts right, Nurse Kenny has discovered an entirely new treatment for infantile paralysis. And what's more, it's successful.
Well, offhand, MacDonald, I should say you haven't got your facts right. However, let's hear what they are. Sit down, Miss Kenny. Sit down.
You sit down.
Oh, you mustn't mind my skepticism. MacDonald here is quite a joker. I'm never sure he's not trying to pull my leg. Now, tell me, what did you do?
Well, first I treated the shortened muscles for spasm.
Spasm? And then what?
Then I thought they were well, but they weren't.
You found some muscles were paralyzed.
Well, it was an awful moment when I thought they were.
What do you mean, thought they were, weren't they?
Well, they were disconnected from the brain. Alienated. They certainly didn't work.
Oh, I see. Alienated.
Oh, it wasn't the sick muscles that were alienated. It was the other ones.
You hear that, MacDonald? The other ones were alienated. Mm-hmm. And so then what did you do?
Well, then I found there was still some reflex, so I proceeded to re-educate the muscles.
And they lived happily ever after. MacDonald, are you serious about this?
I certainly am.
Then you're a bigger fool than I thought you were. Nurse Kenny, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I've no doubt you did a fine job. But in future, it might be useful for you to know just what really happens in polio.
The point is, Brack, that what happens didn't happen.
Oh, we'll come to that in a minute, Doctor. Come here. I used this model to demonstrate how infantile paralysis produces deformity. Now, this is the normal functioning of the leg. You see? The muscles pull against each other in pairs. Now, what happens in infantile paralysis? Assume that these muscles become paralyzed and can't pull back as they should. Then, these normal muscles contract and, meeting no resistance, pull the leg back into a deformed position.
Is that what you saw in your patient?
Yes.
It becomes impossible to straighten the leg, and it may become a permanent deformity.
What have you to say to that, Elizabeth?
You say these muscles are sick.
Paralyzed.
But if they were not paralyzed, if they were not sick at all, if they were perfectly normal, and these muscles were sick, shortened, being drawn up in spasm, they would contract, and you would get the same deformity, wouldn't you?
Exactly what occurred to me.
Nonsense. You're trying to find a reason for an irrational concept.
I think it's quite rational.
You can't take a theory that's been accepted for half a century and turn it upside down like that. Spasm, re-education, alienation, I don't know what they mean.
How could you, Brack? They're not in the books. I've a notion Nurse Kenny knows what they mean.
Now, just a minute, Doctor. If her theories were correct, she'd have discovered not a new treatment, but an entirely new disease.
Well, I've no objection to her discovering a new disease so long as she can cure it.
Well, I don't want to be rude, but are we to take Nurse Kenny's word against Sir Robert Jenkins?
Oh, no.
Obviously, you can't take her word when you haven't heard it. Now, I'm no orthopedic man, but I think this is very important. I'm asking you to sit down and to listen to what she did.
Oh, very well, very well. Oh, sorry.
Where's Nurse Kenny?
Well, it's about time to find out, Dory. Come on. Let me see if I can sum up the interpretation you put on the symptoms you observed. First, you say that the muscle we call sick is not sick, that it's the opposing muscle that's affected. Secondly, you say that the sick muscles do not become paralyzed, but that the opposing muscles, being pulled out of their normal resting length, lose their function, become alienated, as you put it.
Yes, Doctor.
Third, you believe that these apparently paralyzed muscles can have their function restored by stimulating certain reflexes, what you call re-education.
That's it, Doctor.
Well, yes. These certainly are revolutionary discoveries.
Then you do think I've found a way to help these children?
No, you've wasted 2 hours of my time. And before you try to revolutionize medicine, you should learn a little more about it. Medical science is a business of facts, not fancies.
But surely, Bragg...
Now, just a minute, Doctor. It's taken me 20 years to collect this library. Every book in this section is by an authority on polio. Spasm, re-education, alienation. You won't find one of those terms in any of those books. They deal with facts, and that's what we need. Facts.
But that's what we're here for. Nurse Kenny's brought a few facts, and they're new ones. You only seem to recognize a fact if it's printed in a book. She did something.
She did something very dangerous, and you shouldn't encourage it. There is no treatment for the acute stage. The fight against polio is the fight against frightful deformity. And the only way that offers any hope is prompt and complete immobilization.
How, Doctor?
Well, how do you immobilize a broken leg? You put it in splints, don't you?
But the children must be in agony.
Can there be any agony worse than lifelong deformity?
But if you make the arms and legs rigid so the child can't move, how can it ever learn to walk again?
My dear girl. Yes?
He can do it now, Dr. Bragg. I told him he could show you tomorrow, but he insisted on coming right now.
Oh, excellent. I want to see that. You're very clever, David. Go ahead. You've got an audience.
Easy, David, easy.
No, David. Kick as hard as you can.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Bragg.
Not at all. That's very clever of you, David. I'm glad you came in. Nurse Kenny, this is an example of poliomyelitis in its chronic stage. This boy had no spasm, no hot pack, no alienation, and no re-education. I think it's a pretty serious thing, MacDonald, to encourage a nurse to contradict the greatest orthopedic authorities in the world.
Oh, I'm not contradicting you, Dr. Bragg.
I'm not referring to myself.
I'm not contradicting anybody. But I cannot deny what I saw with my own eyes. I didn't know what infantile paralysis was until I got your telegram.
It was your diagnosis, Bragg.
Now, just a minute. You say that your patients are not deformed.
No.
Well, deformities often develop later. I'd like to examine one of your patients.
Isn't that the young man you wanted me to examine?
Oh, no. It's the child. This is my first patient, Dr. Bragg, Dory McIntyre. Come here, dear.
Well, take a look at her, Bragg. Is she recovered or not?
Oh, we'll very soon find out.
Oh, Kevin, come in. I'll explain in just a minute.
Let's take her clothes off, nurse. I want to test her muscles.
Yes, Doctor.
Which leg was affected?
Both legs, Doctor. Sit down, dear.
Arms?
No, not the arms.
Spine?
Yes, and the posterior neck muscles. Oh, Dory, look at those knees. You've got them all dirty. Those hands aren't too clean either. That's it. Now lie down for the doctor. Right here.
Okay. Now, flex your leg. Hold your leg against my hand. Hold tight. Normal strength. She takes full resistance. Now, pull your foot up. Push it down. Yes. Sit up. Lean forward. Perfectly straight, no scoliosis. All right, stop again.
You did a good job, Elizabeth. She looks perfectly well to me.
Perfectly.
Oh, I knew all you had to do was see her, Dr. Bragg. Come on, Dory. Show the doctor how you can run.
I can dance, too. She learned me how to dance. I can do cartwheels.
And there it is, Bragg. That's what we've been talking about. They're both the same disease and different treatments.
Are you sick? I was, but I'm well now. What's your name? David. What's your name? Dory. You know what? I can kick a football. Want to see me dance again? No, turn another cartwheel.
Dory.
Come along, David. Now, let's take him out.
Yes, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Well, Breck, it looks as if this little fact here with the dirty knees has knocked your books and your braces and your orthodox treatment into a cocked hat.
My dear MacDonald, I told you when you came in here, I didn't think you had your facts right. Well, here's your first wrong fact. This child never had infantile paralysis.
Never had it.
Not a trace of it.
Breck, are you out of your mind?
All my experience proves conclusively that no child could possibly have recovered from poliomyelitis in such a short time.
Then what did she have?
I haven't the slightest idea. I wasn't there.
But the telegram.
It's quite clear that the symptoms were not accurately observed.
I don't know what this is all about, Liz, but if you want me as a witness...
No, Kevin, please.
If Nurse Kenny said those symptoms were observed, they were there.
Well, I've no doubt she's a very good nurse.
She's more than that.
Oh, has she got degrees I don't know about?
That's just the point. If she'd been a doctor, she'd have followed the orthodox treatment. She wouldn't have done the things she did. She wouldn't have dared.
Oh, perhaps we should turn our business over to nurses.
Well, if they could do better, I wouldn't mind.
If that's the case, I don't think we have much to discuss.
Just a minute, Doctor. I saw this child when she couldn't move. I saw what Nurse Kenny did.
Oh? Are you a doctor, too?
No, but I saw her make Dory walk.
Nurse Kenny, your friends are going to lead you into grave trouble. I advise you to stick to nursing and not meddle with orthopedic medicine. It's a complicated subject which is difficult enough for those who spend a lifetime studying it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Brack, no one who knows your record can doubt your sincerity or your ability. But since I know Nurse Kenny better than you do, I can't dismiss this incident without investigation. All you have to do is to try Nurse Kenny's treatment on one acute case in this hospital.
Never in the world will I consent to it. You can't play with children's lives. This is a tragic business. You don't know how tragic it is.
That's just why I'm asking.
You've seen only a few cases, MacDonald. I've seen thousands. I'm in charge of the orthopedic work in this hospital, not you.
But if no new treatment were ever tried...
I will not experiment with the lives of children.
Not even to save them? Even if you think her treatment is wrong, dangerous, it's your duty to try it on one sick child.
Guinea pigs, yes. Children, no. I wouldn't submit my own children to such an experiment.
Well, I would.
You have no children.
Well, I'm glad you're through with it.
We're not licked yet, Elizabeth.
As long as I live, I'll never forget David.